Would you agree to allow an athlete with a criminal obscure past to compete at the Olympics? The Paris 2024 Olympics have sparked a lot of controversy, starting with the opening ceremony, unforgettable characters, as well as some athletes that have made terrible decisions during their careers. In this Iceberg, we'll discover the mysteries, memes, iconic moments, and controversies of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Welcome to the Paris 2024 Olympics Iceberg.
Say my name. Eisenberg. You're goddamn right.
Main character energy. Gold medals are always more memorable than second and third places, but sometimes silver is more valuable than gold. First, we have the case of 31-year-old South Korean Kim Ye-ji, who won the silver medal at the women's 10-meter air pistol event. Her stance, hand in pocket, her daughter's stuffed elephant toy and cyberpunk gear has made her one of the most viral personalities of the 2024 Olympics. Even Elon Musk commented that she should be cast in an action movie. Another silver more valuable than gold is that of Yusuf Dikeç, a 51-year-old Turkish man who, along with his shooting partner, gave his country the second place with his casual style, a hand in his pocket, minimum ear protection, and no visual aid other than his prescription glasses. On top of this, it was said that Yusuf asked his ex-wife to return his dog after winning the silver medal. However, with all the memes on the internet, spreading misinformation is a common thing. If you're following the Olympics, do you honestly remember the name of the gold medalists?
Imane Khelif and Lin Yuting. Everything started with a match between Imane Khelif and Angela Carini. As soon as Carini from Italy felt Khelif's second punch, she quit the bout 46 seconds into the fight. This is not the first time that Khelif has been disqualified. In 2023, she defeated a previously unbeaten Russian fighter, but this victory was taken away when she allegedly failed unspecified gender eligibility tests by the International Boxing Association. On the other hand, the International Olympic Committee adheres to different medical standards for athletes, thus allowing her to participate in Paris 2024. Nowadays, the born male hypothesis has shifted into her suffering from hyperandrogenism, a medical condition that can excessively raise testosterone levels. However, there's no medical evidence that Khelif has XY chromosomes or suffers from hyperandrogenism. A very similar case is that of Lin Yuting, a Taiwanese amateur boxer who's also allegedly failed gender eligibility tests. Meanwhile, the IBA offered prize money to Carini, but the Italian Boxing Federation refused to accept it.
The Last Supper. Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper represents the moment after Jesus announces that one of the 12 apostles present at the table will betray him. As you may know, this is in the Iceberg because the opening ceremony sparked controversy as drag queens and dancers lined a long table in an image that was connected with the aforementioned painting. Fundamentally, Christianity doesn't support the LGBT+ movement, and it became evident as some people described the scene as satanic. The opening ceremony's artistic director Thomas Joly confirmed that Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper wasn't his inspiration for the performance, and instead it was just a way to include everyone. But others disagree, as they consider that the disrespect was completely intentional. Torch holder's identity. The mysterious masked Olympic torch holder at the opening ceremony has made people wonder who's behind the mask. In an Arnodorian style from the Assassin's Creed video game franchise, the mysterious character was carrying the torch for a large part of the event, and many people speculated that the character would take off the mask, but this never happened, and most probably their identity will remain unknown. Argentina soccer team issues. Morocco had scored 2 goals that put Argentina on the ropes. Nonetheless, Argentina was capable of scoring 1 goal during regular time, and another goal beyond the 15 extra minutes the referee added, causing upset Morocco fans to rush the field. However, in an unprecedented event, the VAR ruled out Argentina's second goal 2 hours after the match had already finished, on the grounds of an offside. As if it weren't enough for Argentina, the team lost a critical match against France amidst tensions of recent racist chants about French players after winning Copa America, resulting in the players pushing and shoving. Kicked out Olympians. Swimmer Luana Alonso from Paraguay was kicked out of the Olympic Village as she was accused of not spending the night at the place. It is said that she went to Disneyland instead. However, Luana states that she wasn't kicked out anywhere, although she didn't want to go into any further details. On top of this, she announced her retirement from swimming at the age of 20. On a similar note, Brazilian Ana Carolina Vieira was kicked out after an unauthorized sightseeing trip with her teammate and boyfriend Gabriel Santos. The discovery was made when the head of the swimming team saw pictures of this trip on social media. Bob the Cap Catcher. It's unknown if this is his real name as he was nicknamed this way, but the entry refers to a man in colorful trunks that drew the attention of the attendees prior to a women's 100 meters breaststroke heat. The competition was paused because a swimming cap belonging to Team USA's Emma Weber was spotted at the bottom of the pool. This random man jumped into the water to collect the cap, sporting colorful trunks and a middle-aged average physique. Seine River concerns. The Seine is not exactly known for being the cleanest river in the world. Why? Well, because the sewage can flow into the Seine, as when excess rain occurs, the pipes reach full capacity and raw sewage flows into the river. But worry not, as $1.5 billion were invested in cleaning the river, where swimming has been banned since 1923. Did it work? Well, an Olympic triathlon swimmer from Belgium dropped out of the mixed relay competition, apparently due to an E. coli infection after swimming in the Parisian river. On top of that, a practice session was cancelled because of water quality concerns. Some other athletes have also dropped out, apparently due to the Seine's waters.
Drone spying controversy. On July 22nd, New Zealand football player noticed a drone flying over the training session and reported this to local police. The police followed the drone and detained its operator, Joseph Lombardi, a member of the staff of the Canadian team who admitted filming New Zealand's training sessions. The women's football team was deducted points and fined Canada $227,000, but despite this, Canada is still in the competition.
Lack of talent, lazy Olympic champions. Simone Biles, the most decorated American gymnast in Olympics history, posted a set of 4 pictures on Instagram saying, "Lack of talent, lazy Olympic champions," after winning gold at the women's gymnastics all-around. This was a reference to Team USA Michaela Skinner's criticism on a now-deleted video where she criticized the team for a lack of talent and work ethic. She later apologized, stating that her words were taken out of context. Bad timing bulge. French pole vaulter Anthony Amirati failed to clear the bar because of his anatomy. Given the incident, Amirati is being offered $250,000 by an adult film website. Hottest Olympics. July and August in Paris are 2 of the hottest months of the year, and athletes were concerned over the fact that the Olympics would be air conditioning free as a compromise with the environment. Lack of sleep and dehydration due to heat waves can significantly impact their performance and are a concern for all athletes. The organizers devised a compromise that enabled teams to order portable air conditioning units at their own expense, which can be installed for the duration of the Olympics. Australian Olympic Committee CEO Matt Carroll told Australian media last year that he appreciated the concept of not having air conditioning due to the carbon footprint, but he added that it was a high-performance event and that they weren't going for a picnic. If you were in the athlete's place, what would you choose? Pregnant athletes. Egyptian Nada Hafez and Yaylagul Ramazanova from Azerbaijan announced that they were 6 and 7 months pregnant respectively while competing at the Olympics. Of course, we're not talking about sprinters or weightlifters, but a fencer and an archer. There have been several pregnant athletes that have won medals, such as Ankie van Grunsven, who won a gold medal in dressage at the 2004 Athens Games while being 5 months pregnant. Or Martina Valchepina, who won silver in short track speed skating while carrying twins at Sochi 2014. Levitating surfer. This is the kind of pictures that can only compete with that of a jaguar hunting underwater. If Gabriel Medina's performance barely eluded a perfect 10 during the men's surfing competition, the picture taken by Jérôme Bruyère is certainly one, as the surfer is immortalized levitating over the waves.
Medal prizes. Have you ever wondered what athletes win besides medals? At the Paris 2024 Olympics, Hong Kong and Singapore offer the highest prizes at $768,000 and $745,000 respectively for winning a gold medal. The US is giving $37,500 for a gold medal, an amount that can be less than some bronze medals offered in other countries. Countries like Kazakhstan, besides money prize, offer 3-room apartments for gold medalists, 2-room apartments for silver, and 1-room apartments for bronze. On the other hand, we have gold medals that are worth only $13,000 as those of Australia.
Guram Tushishvili's disrespect. In a match between judoka Stade Riner of France and Georgian Guram Tushishvili, the latter delivered a post-match groin kick after his rival performed a winning move. The problem didn't stop there, as the Georgian got up and pushed the 2-time gold medalist's head into the ground. Guram Tushishvili, of course, was suspended from the individual competition and wasn't allowed to compete in the repechage. Olympic Village subpar conditions. As if it weren't enough with the lack of air conditioning, Olympic athletes have been finding worms, as stated by silver medalist Adam Peaty, although this claim hasn't been confirmed. However, somebody that has complained about the subpar conditions of the place is Italian swimmer Thomas Ceccon, who won gold in the men's 100-meter backstroke. He was spotted sleeping in a park after complaining about the situation. However, it's not confirmed that him taking a nap in the park is a synonym of protesting.
Annabelle Smith's accident. Imagine preparing for years for a worldwide event that only happens every 4 years. Securing the bronze medal provided your last dive is average at best, but then ruining it completely. This was the case of Australian Annabelle Smith when she accidentally launched herself off the side of the springboard instead of into it, squandering her team's golden opportunity to win in a women's synchronized 3-meter springboard. Her teammate Madison Keeney, in spite of the mishap, consoled Smith in a heartbreaking moment that they will never forget.
Cardboard bets. Cardboard bets were introduced at Tokyo 2020, and they're made entirely of sustainable materials that can be fully recycled, thus minimizing the environmental impact. Nonetheless, they were also used to prevent intimacy between athletes due to COVID restrictions. However, at Paris 2024, organizers are giving away 300,000 preservatives in the Olympic Village. Kayak cross debut. This new discipline made its debut at the Paris 2024 Olympics, and it's wild. It's been compared to Mario Kart, given the fact that competitors are encouraged to hit each other in order to clear them out of the way, or to barrel roll in order to avoid a bar. Shelby McEwen silver. How to forget that moment in which Gianmarco Tamberi and Muta Sesabarashim from Italy and Qatar shared a gold medal after clearing 2.37 meters with identical paths in the men's high jump at Tokyo 2020. Well, something like that was about to happen between American Shelby McEwen and Hamish Kerr of New Zealand, with the exception that McEwen didn't want to share the gold with anyone, so him and Kerr went for another round of jumps, until the man from Oceania won the gold medal. Some people criticized McEwen's decision, while others respected the fact that he wanted the gold for himself. Let me know in the comments if you would have agreed to share the glory with somebody else. Hamish Kerr's jump. Hamish Kerr, the same athlete that won the gold medal against McEwen, went viral for bailing out last moment and jumping under the bar. Kerr already knew he had won, as McEwen had failed his last attempt to clear 2.38 meters. When he was about to jump, he felt uncomfortable with his approach and decided to just jump straight onto the back instead of clearing the bar. One of the funniest memes of the Olympics.
Charlotte Dujardin, animal mistreatment. Dressage rider Charlotte Dujardin, a multiple world and Olympic champion, was being investigated for a video from 4 years ago in which she is seen mistreating a horse, an action that she called an error of judgment in her statement about the issue. Due to this controversy and the investigations by the Federation of Equestrian Sports, she decided to withdraw from several competitions, including the Paris Olympics.
The fourth medal. This entry refers to a medal besides gold, silver and bronze, but which one is that? Well, for the Paris 2024 Olympic medals, the winners aren't only taking home the typical medals, but also a piece of the Eiffel Tower itself, as embedded in the center is a hexagonal polished chunk of iron from the iconic landmark. Transition rules. It is known that transgender women can compete at the Olympics. However, there's a new guideline for the Paris 2024 Olympics that requires these people to have completed their transition before the age of 12 to compete in the women's category in order to prevent any perceived unfair advantages that might arise from undergoing male puberty. Do you think this new rule might even out the situation for biological female athletes? Sexist tennis remarks. On the left there is Sara Errani, who's the boss. She does everything, the washing up, the cooking up, the mopping up. You know what women are like, hanging around, you know, doing their makeup. These were comments made by Eurosport commentator Bob Ballard during a tennis match between Italy and France, and also at a women's swimming event. Both the French Association of Women Sports Journalists and the Union of Sports Journalists in France condemned the comments. The union said that sexist and misogynistic comments have no place in an international competition.
Cheesy sponsorship. Although this happened before the current Olympics, a set of pictures of Italian artistic gymnast Giorgia Villa resurfaced, posing with wheels of Parmesan cheese.
Rachel Gunn. Breakdancing debuted at this Olympics, and Rachel Gunn used the opportunity to show off her moves to the judges that gave her a total of 0 points. This big girl with a PhD in cultural studies was mocked by her overall performance and her kangaroo dance, among other questionable moves. In her defense, she said that she wanted to move differently, be artistic and creative, because there are not too many chances in life to do that on an international stage.
Pineapple pizza. In a fencing match between Chiunca Long and Filippo Macchi for the gold, the Italian national considered the judge's decision unfair, as the fencing machine registers scores from both fencers at about the same time, and in the end, the point was awarded to the Hong Kong fencer. Italy's Olympic Committee President Giovanni Malago suggested that the selection of judges was problematic, as 2 of them were from Taipei in Korea. Italian Fencing Federation President Paolo Azzi said he had never seen anything like that, and that Filippo Macchi was the real winner. The Italian supporters left comments on Chiung's Instagram, and to add insult to injury, he commented that he would celebrate with pineapple pizza, something considered a culinary blunder in Italian cuisine. Even Pizza Hut in Hong Kong and Macau offered free pineapple toppings on any pizzas when dining at its branches to celebrate the athlete's victory.
Medal deprivation. Winning a bronze medal at the Olympics is an achievement not too many can boast about, and Romanian gymnast Ana Barbosu was about to receive her bronze medal in floor. A score inquiry was entered for Jordan Child's routine that gave her 766 more points, taking the 3rd place in the competition. While Anna was waving her Romanian flag, she looked at the scoreboard just to realize that she was no longer there. Definitely a heartbreaking moment for the Romanian gymnast. 100 grams overweight. Vinesh Phogat is a 29-year-old Indian professional freestyle wrestler who was about to prepare for her final bout against Sarah Hildebrandt. Vinesh was disqualified from the Olympics on the morning of her gold medal bout after failing to make weight, reportedly 100 grams over the weight limit. They took drastic measures for her to get rid of the extra weight, cutting her hair and hydrating the minimum for instance. Sadly, this wasn't enough in the end. Instead, Yusneilis Guzman Lopez of Cuba, who was defeated by Fogat, took her place in the final, only to be defeated by the American. Fogat appealed the decision to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, requesting for the opportunity to fight for the gold medal, but was rejected. However, a subsequent appeal for a joint silver medal was accepted and might soon be resolved. On top of everything, due to the situation, she has announced her retirement from wrestling.
Amputated finger. Would you sacrifice a part of your body for the opportunity to participate in the Olympics? In the end, the Olympics only happen every 4 years, right? Well, this is the case of Australian field hockey player Matthew Dawson, who heavily injured his ring finger 2 weeks prior to the event. The healing time would have been so long that it would have prevented him from taking part in the Olympics, so he took the drastic decision of having part of his ring finger amputated in order to compete in the Olympics. Let's hope he's able to secure a medal, otherwise that finger sacrificed will be in vain.
Steven van de Velde. Van de Velde is a Dutch beach volleyball player that at first sight looks like any other competitor, with the exception that he was sentenced to 4 years in England for sexual assault against a minor back in 2014. In spite of the sentence, Van de Velde was sent to the Netherlands under a treaty between said country and the UK, where instead of serving 4 years, he was released after only 13 months. This of course doesn't change the fact that he is registered in the UK as an offender to this day. His participation in the Paris Olympics sparked controversy, and there's an ongoing online petition with more than 100,000 supporters to remove him from the Olympics. No wonder he was isolated from the rest of the Dutch team. After his first match at the Olympics, Dutch Olympic Committee Press Secretary John van Vliet said, "We are protecting a convicted child, yes, to do his sport as best as possible at a tournament he qualified for." In his defense, Van de Velde has stated that he made that choice in his life when he wasn't ready and that he was a teenager still figuring things out. Do you think morals and ethics don't matter as long as the person is skilled at what they do? Leave your opinion in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Please let us know what iceberg you would love to see next. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. See you in the next one.